God damn, draft today. Ain't this about to be crazy? Man, this better be something. Snap, man. Snap, man. I mean, wow. Okay, so we're literally a couple of minutes left from the draft actually starting, but it's wow. The Jets this year, I have high hopes. Real talk. How about you guys? Like, I'm gonna keep it above 50 because it's pretty crazy to think that we might actually have a shot at Debo, and even on top of that, it's the draft. Like anything can go. Like whatever happens, like happens. But shoot, like we have a shot at getting Debo Samuel. Like that for me, easy steal. I can't even begin to fathom how much I would actually want Debo. But on top of that, what would we have to give up? And that's what I'm afraid of. Like, trust me, there are many other ways that we can go ahead and go around this thing. But to me, I want JD to go ahead and offer up something nice. That's all it comes down to. If I'm being for real. But real talk, as I said, if you guys can read the bottom, it's easy. Gardner at 4, and either Wilson at 10. Yes, Garrett Wilson, wide receiver out of Ohio State. Or if not, please, Lord God, please, Debo Samuel. Trade for him. I mean, y'all can give him the 10th pick. If it's anything like, first rounders next year, I don't want to do that. I do not want to do that. If anything, I thought myself we could probably go ahead and see JD fleece them by sending out two, like, second rounders or so. And instead of going ahead and, giving our, our first and our, second picks, if that's the case, and we somehow end up getting Gardner, Wilson, and somehow still end up trading for Debo out of some way of curiosity or some sort, officially, JD is the fleece king. Joe Douglas is the fleece king. That's just me. But it all starts tonight. I'm enjoying the team. I like what the team looks like. Elijah Moore, Zach Wilson, Mike Carter. We have a returning Corey Davis, a returning Carl Lawson, Quentin Williams, a Mekhi Becton who may end up being good this year, which is what I'm hoping for. I want big man to go ahead and protect my quarterback at all times. And I mean, that's what we got him for a good couple of years back, right? But certainly, trust me, it's a lot to go ahead and endure. And as a Jets fan, I think we actually have it. I really do think we actually have it this year. That's just me. Jeez, okay. 43 minutes left till draft night. Guys, it's really happening. Like, dang. 43 minutes left, y'all boys. 43 minutes left. Oh, man. Who else got goosebumps out here? I need to know because this is actually crazy. It's crazy to think. I really feel sorry for Flores, but I mean, what can I really say? It ain't my team. I hate the Dolphins, but if we're coming from like a good, certain, mature standpoint about it, what happened with that is just completely absurd. I mean, the whole Flores thing, where they're saying that Stephen Ross wanted to pay him to go ahead and lose games, and just screw up on that end. I myself, that was kind of BS, but still, exposing all of that on your team and having to worry about that towards the end, of that coaching season, shouldn't have done that. I mean, that's just me. It's hard to say because, truth be told, now he may not ever go ahead and get a job in the NFL, like a head coaching job. I know that he works for the Steelers now under Mike Tomlin, but damn, that's pretty like absurd. Like as a coach, not working for the NFL, like shoot, man, like, you really should have put the stars down. Uh, I would think 8. Yeah, 8. 40 more minutes. No, 8. Yeah. No problem. No problem. No, it's kind of like French too, so it's like it's pretty easy to go ahead and understand. But no, I don't speak Portuguese. Wish I did. Oh, of course, nice, nice. Of course, man, of course. But are you a Jets fan? Or like, just the NFL fan in general? Oh man. Okay. Really have a good 35 minutes left till draft night. I feel like Kevin Costner in draft day. Like, what's going to happen? Like, time is ticking, clock is starting to wind down, and it's like, whoa, what's going on? Shoot. Oh man. It's crazy to think. But you already know, that one good Jets fan, that actually wants to go ahead and wear Jamal Adams jersey on draft night. How crazy, right? But listen, for good reasons, I myself do think that in honor of us having to go ahead and get a secondary, yes, a secondary with the fourth pick, Coming from a Jets fan once more, we need Mud Sauce Gardner Jr. That is just me. We need sauce. We need sauce. At 10, listen, I don't care how that works. Get me a good stud at wide receiver. We need a weapon for Zach Wilson. I'm not saying Corey Davis or Elijah Moore is not that, but the Jets need a stud, someone that will carry us into a new generation that is not Jets hate filled. Okay, let's just put it that way. We need this. I'm telling you, we need this. But wow, you know, 34 minutes, guys. 34 minutes. 34 minutes. Just 34. Oh man, this really ain't it. I'm being fair with you guys. This really ain't it. I don't even know what I'm doing at this point because we really got this long left till draft night. Like, okay, you know, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, right? Let this not be the case. Please, let this not be the case. But yes, I'm just that one Jets fan. You got to go ahead and have it in the background. You have to go ahead and have the lights. You have to have the jersey on. If you don't have the jersey on draft night, what are you doing? You know. But salutations to anybody else in the chat right now that's going ahead and watching the stream. Salute you. If you are a fellow Jets fan, I once again salute you and give you a virtual hug. Trust me, salutations to you because we have been through enough pain. If you are just a fan of any other team in the NFL, I hope that you go ahead and successfully draft what you need tonight to probably maybe go to a Super Bowl or just have a better season than before. Jeez, it's really happening. It's really happening. Ladies and gentlemen, it's really happening. But to anybody in the chat right now, what do you guys think the Jets are getting on draft night? I mean, it's draft night for God's sakes, and it's the Jets. Don't say anything too bad, but I just want to go ahead and hear it from your perspectives. What do you guys think may actually go down tonight, in which we'll go ahead and start up a good regime for Robert Salah and Joe Douglas? It's hard for me to say. I don't even know what to think. Well, there's somebody in the chat that says I sound nervous for the Jets. This is me every year. What can I say? I mean, it's the New York Jets, previously the New York Titans, the one team in the NFL, or should I say, your AFC East, since you have been atop the division for the past year or two. Yes, the stinking Jets. Hurts to say, but unfortunately, that's the sad truth. And as a Jets fan, we want to see the best. But still, if I have to remind you again and look into the camera, buddy, we're the Jets. What can what more can we go ahead and say than we are the Jets? It's the Jets. Guys, it's the Jets. Okay? Let's put it that way. Oh man. Oh man. Booger McFarland, gotta love him. 30 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 30 minutes. Michael Vick. Oh, what a upside. Vick? So they're really calling this man the next Lamar Jackson, for God's sakes. What do you guys think about Malik Willis? Listen, I haven't really watched a lot of Liberty college football, but from what I've seen from his pro day and a lot of his highlights, kid seems destined to be good on a certain team. And one of those teams may actually be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hmm. Ain't that something? Ah, shoot. No, nobody wants Mitch. I'll say that now. Every single person in this world can care less about Mitchell Trubisky. That is I think, the one thing we can all agree on as fans of the NFL. Oh man. Oh man. I don't understand why I feel so nervous. Truth be told, I really don't. Because, you know, if there's one thing that I've learned from about 16 years of NFL drafts, most of the time growing up, I never followed college football. And the moment the names were called, I'd get happy due to the fact that I'm like, oh, they got drafted in the first round. They at least got to be good. I was wrong. F's in the chat for that one. But listen, now I think the fact that I've matured and actually looked into college football and looked into the upside of players and what their potential may look like and what I believe their ceiling may be on an opinion based factor, I look forward to drafts. But then again, sometimes front offices choose to go in different directions and it never ends up being the right move. And I think I can go ahead and say that for a lot of fans, when you go ahead and you wait for one name to be called on draft night, and then it's the most irrelevant name that you've heard in your life, and you're just sitting there like, what the heck did probably like one of those Michael Rappaport moments where, NBA draft happened and the Knicks drafted Kristaps, and you're like, what the heck did they do? Who's this? Who's Tingus Pingus? Listen, good times, because I'm a Knicks fan too, and I experienced that, and I actually thought, who the heck was that person? But a couple of years later, Kristaps actually showed his upside, and the fans actually indulged into what he was giving New York fans. But sadly, we didn't get to go ahead and live that long. It's okay, because we still have the Jets and the Mets. As much as that sounds so bad, crap. What's going on with me today, guys? Listen, it's the NFL draft. I'm an optimistic Jets fan today. Sauce Gardner at 4, Debo at 10. Hopefully, if we could go ahead and trade for him. And if we can't, listen, give me Garrett Wilson out of Ohio State. We need a stud at wide receiver, somebody who can totally go ahead and, effectively be on wildcat formation and somehow run the ball like Debo, somebody who can go ahead and really be a deep threat with the arm that Zach Wilson potentially has and what we hope for him to have. Please, Zach, it's year two. Do not screw this up. And I know you guys just heard me on that. But listen, truth be told, about 23 minutes till draft night, Jets got the 4th and 10th pick. We got 2 second rounders, which will be called tomorrow. We see if we go ahead and we trade those two. But listen. I'm wearing a Jamal Adams jersey. Why? Because we need that secondary. I don't mind if we go Kayvon, but something about Kayvon this whole week has been telling me go with Sauce. I don't know. And I wouldn't mind having that stud out of Oregon. Put him on the edge alongside Carl Lawson. Listen, that's unstoppable right there. I would enjoy it. But then again, there's that thing where it's like when you draft a player, you believe in the hype. And then you end up having to be disappointed most of the time due to the fact that they probably didn't perform as much as you thought they would. But still, once again, you guys may be thinking, well, how about Sauce? Let's not think that way, okay? We have some good things to look forward to. Listen, anything can happen today. But the fact of the matter is, I want to go ahead and see us have more wins this season than we did the previous 2 seasons. That's just what the fact is. But hey, what do you guys see happening tonight? If it's for your team, who do you guys see your team drafting? If it's for the Jets and you're a fellow Jets fan right now, who do you see your team drafting? That's just facts. Let us know. Oh, man. Okay, so now they're introducing the draftees. Jordan Davis, ladies and gentlemen, one of those good defensive tackles out of Georgia itself. I mean, listen, he's, he looks that good. The Kobe Dean, another one of Georgia's stellar pieces off defense. Now, here's another person that people are saying a lot of times that he may be actually drafted to the Jets to go ahead and probably be that change towards the Jets offense in exchange for Mekhi Becton. But there's a guy that we need, Ahmad Sauce Gardner. Go ahead and put that man in the Jets cap right now, please, ladies and gentlemen. Carl Hamilton. That's another good stud right there, too. Hutchinson. Oh, man. This, listen, a lot of good defensive studs in this year's draft. And I'm shocked to say because it's crazy to think that there's only about 3 quarterbacks that may actually potentially have their name being called this year in this year's draft. 3. I mean, of course, it's, you know, a lot of people thought that, we could have seen something different. And what we could have thought could have been a lot of good quarterbacks. And I mean, it's not like we didn't have good quarterbacks to begin with at the beginning of the season, but they just decreased in what we thought they would be. A lot of you may actually know what I'm talking about because one of them is exactly, let's see, he came out of, I think, Oklahoma. You know who I'm talking about. There we go. Spencer Rattler. I mean, dude's arc in like the draft, in the mock draft since the beginning of the season, They were crazy. You know, we actually thought Spencer Rattler probably would have went top 3 this year, and then he folded. So it's crazy to think. Oh, listen, we don't get Debo. That's that man right there, Garrett Wilson. Why not? Oh man, man. 29 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, what am I saying? 19. I'm tripping, guys. I'm tripping. Jitters, jitters. Let me just go ahead and try to shake these off real quick, man. But still, I mean, really the draft. Okay, we're really getting to it, guys. We are really getting to it. But okay, okay, okay. Actually, think draft is really about to happen. Okay, we'll be okay. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be fine. Oh man, lift every voice and sing. Okay, yeah, 17 more minutes. We really about to get into this, guys. We are really about to get into this. Like this is really about to happen. Oh man, guys, lift every voice and sing is playing now. Draft is really happening, guys. Oh man. R.I.P. to Wayne Haskins. Real talk. Let's see how this goes, guys.
Now, please join in the singing of our national anthem, performed by star of America's Got Talent, Las Vegas Live, Cody Lee.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
It's happening, y'all. Okay, it's officially happening. Yup. Okay, draft is happening, guys. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. Who we scooping up, bro? Bro. I don't even know. It's like one of those things where you sit there, and you're like, yo, who we picking up? Who we picking up? Who we picking up? I don't know what we doing today. I want Sauce at 4 and Wilson at 10. If it's not Wilson, give me Debo in a trade. That's just how it works. Trust me, y'all will see me go off if Debo is somehow in a package to the Jets. And that's supposed to happen in the next 30 minutes. If it don't happen, shoot. What am I supposed to say, fam? All right, guys. So it officially starts. So now we can go ahead and actually start thinking to ourselves, okay, a new generation of talent is about to go ahead and hit the NFL. And we're sitting here as Jets fans trying to figure out how this works. You feel me? Listen. Let's just see, man. Let's just see. Man. All right, guys. Officially on the clock. 10 more minutes left. We'll be okay, right? We'll certainly be okay. Certainly be okay. It's okay, guys. It's okay. Because from what I've seen, Jets have seen a lot. I think we got this. We got this in the bag, guys. We really got this in the bag. Certainly, we have to have this in the bag. That's just me. This is music. What the heck? Something much more lo-fi. There we go. This is what we need. This is what we need. Okay. Exactly what we need. Something that can go ahead and at least soothe the soul. Because what we about to see on draft night tonight is probably not much soothing. Let's see. What do you guys see happening tonight, man? It's a draft. Less than a couple of minutes left. Your team will soon be on the board. What do you guys see happening for your squad that can probably end up being hopes for a Super Bowl or a winning or complete turnaround from the previous season? What do you guys see? What's on your mind? What's going on? Chat about it in the comments. We want to see what's going on with y'all. Let us know. Seven minutes, 53 seconds on my end. Jeez, why am I so nervous? It's football, ladies and gentlemen. Why am I so nervous? Doesn't make any sense. Oh man. Okay, y'all. Okay. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. And of course, the Jags are going to go ahead and start it off by being, the first overall pick. Most people are saying that, you know, they might just go ahead and pick every year due to the fact that they most absolutely suck. I don't like them. But hey, we're back into it.
And the Jets are going to go with this safe pick. Robert Sala told me you can be safe and aggressive at the same time. He defines safe as a dude who loves football, will show up every day, and give us everything he's got. So at 4 and 10, every position but QB is on the table. Now, here's Diana Rossini with more on the Giants.
Stop making me this nervous. Oh, God. Whoa. Okay, Salah going ahead and making statements like this now. Dude ends his first season and thinks he's going to go ahead and start doing this to us. Jets fans, how we feeling? How we feeling? How we feeling? This ain't it right now. Listen, the thing that we about to go ahead and go into the draft like this, it's crazy. But real talk, if you watch it on Twitter right now, go ahead and retweet this, send it back out. Send in the hashtags, get more people in this, man. We're trying to go ahead and see what y'all think from this perspective. Moving up, Eagles. The Eagles? We talking about the Eagles right now. Hold on, stop it. Stop it. The Eagles? The Eagles. Okay, listen, I'm a Jets fan. I should shut up. But real talk, as I say, you on Twitter, go ahead and, you know, retweet this. Quote it too. Put in a bunch of hashtags, Jets related, NFL draft related. Let's get this whole thing pumping. You feel me? Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Oh snap. 4 minutes, 25 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, till the draft starts. We're really getting this in. We really getting this in, y'all. Chiefs about to go crazy. I'm telling you this right now. Aiden Hutchinson.
Crazy. I'm not really quite
Real
sure what to
talk.
expect.
Football gurus. Where do you see Aiden Hutchinson landing?
Crowd, they're all
Great
around me. It's
defensive
not
end out of Michigan.
excited to see where I end up. And
Had a stellar
I don't know
season
whether that's fun
last
or later.
college football collegiate season. Let's see where he goes. I mean, certainly I know he's going to be off the board by the time we hit
I don't know.
4.
All my visits went really good. So
But
I mean,
where does he
I'm
land?
very easy to talk
Where?
to. I like
In
talking
those top
football.
3
So
teams does he land?
who knows at this point? But I'm excited.
Is there any sort of a gut feeling? Your camp hearing anything?
I have no idea. We're hearing different things by the hour, so you can't really.
Everybody hears different things about an hour, my guy. It's the NFL draft. Welcome. It's happening, y'all. It's happening. Draft season is upon us. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. For any other NFL fan out there, it's draft day for your team. You will soon be on the board. Who do you see your team taking to make your team look better? Say right now in the comment section, you want to know. We want to know. Come on now. And if you're probably a Jets fan and you're reading that ticker down below right there, let us know too. I mean, we're both sharing the pain at this point. But for real, things starts to pump up. We just getting this started. 2 minutes before Roger Goodell goes out onto that stage in Las Vegas and finally starts the 2022 NFL Draft. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. So what do you guys see going on for your team? Let us know now. Let us know now. Of course.
Very big in
The roots. Come on now. Let's see what's going on. What's going on with the fit? What's going on with the fit?
right here. All of my manifestations in the past 5 years.
He really wrote his manifestations on his vest. That's legit cool. I'm not gonna cap to you. I always gotta let him know what the drift signifies, man. Do your thing. Talk your talk.
Here we go. Enjoy the journey. Good luck tonight.
Okay. A minute left. A minute left. A minute left. A minute left. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. I've said that probably about 6 or 7 times already, but guys, what's more? It's happening. Oh man. We can forget that. Of course, they got the draft packages. Oh man, that's Frat Stafford right there, man. Long time coming.
In the NFL draft, every pick sends a message to all the young players, figuring that one day they'll be drafted too. message has brought us here, Las Vegas.
Oh man, guys, I don't know what else to tell you other than just me keeping my mouth shut. Because once again, I'm gonna say it again. It's happening. It's happening. What better way to go ahead and sit here today than watch the draft and hopefully be optimistic for the New York Jets, like I am every year. They haven't disappointed me in the past 2 seasons. Hopefully tonight is not one of those nights. There's the chant. There's the chant. There's the chant. Oh man. Okay, where Goodell at? Let that man go ahead and come out to the crowd and salute them, and then let the Jags start being on the clock. Cause we don't know where we're we don't know where we're going with this, yo. Oh man. Who doesn't feel the energy? I mean, I'm sitting right here at home, uh, thousands and thousands of miles away from Vegas, and I'm just going through the nervousness. Come on, let us know what's going on. Where's Goodell? So they just start with the draft package. Okay, so when we come back, Goodell's gonna go ahead and start the clock. Guys, once again, before this thing starts, just want to say and tell y'all this now. I'm optimistic because I'm a New York Jets fan. If this goes south and you guys choose to go ahead and joke with it, I give you guys all the chances of doing that. But once again, I have to say, I'm optimistic. So if we go ahead and we go with Ahmad at 4 or Kayvon, I'm okay with it. But all I care for, you will see me go crazy if Roger Goodell steps onto that podium and says that the New York Jets have made a trade. And if the next thing that he says is the 49ers, best believe this TV might get broken and I may be jumping around in pandemonium. I'll let you guys know this now because it's a full on disclaimer. Not because I'm probably losing my mind, but it's pure joy. Let me just reassure you that. People are like, oh, why are you going ahead and watching the draft instead of the playoffs? Listen, the Knicks aren't in the playoffs. Yes, I'm a Knicks fan too. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I'm a fan of all New York teams. And no, I am not saying that I am just for you to have pity on me for some apparent reason, because some people actually like to be pitied on. No, it's loyalty. Trust me, it runs in my family. We just choose to go ahead and be fans of some of the worst teams. But listen, they weren't always bad. Let's just put it that way. Spare me for a second. Oh shoot. All right. Where Goodell at? It's 8:05. I'm just, I've been patiently waiting. Somebody get Goodell out here. So when are we getting the next at home with Baker Mayfield? That's what I want to know. Yeah, I'm playing with you guys. Funny if they were to actually go ahead and change it from at home to Baker Mayfield to at home with Deshaun Watson. Or why not just change it to add a massage parlor with Deshaun Watson? Listen, yeah, okay, too far. I'm sorry, guys. Just trying to go ahead and get rid of the nervousness. Spare me. Okay, so we're back to it, and we're just really waiting to see Goodell go ahead and get out to that stage. Come on, we're waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting. Goodell's on his way. Okay, guys, let's get it started. Let's get it started. Of course, what would the draft be without booing Roger Goodell? Come on, guys.
Let's go, Las Vegas! Come on, Las Vegas, let's go! Come on. Okay. Welcome to the 22 NFL Draft. As you can see, I brought some friends here with me.
No one cares, Roger. Just start the clock.
Raiders Hall of Famer and Super Bowl MVP, Marcus Allen. And current Raiders Pro Bowlers Derek Carr and Darren Waller. We have 32 sections out here of some of our season ticket holders. We're proud to have all of you right here around the stage. Thank you. And we also have already well over 100,000 people here in Las Vegas tonight for the draft. So
We know that.
congratulations to you guys.
Can you
Thank
just
for
start?
being
Yo,
here.
come on, Roger. Stop wasting our time, fam. Come on
As
now.
I look around in this fan section, I see the Raider fans right here in front of me, the Raiders Nation.
Shut up, Roger. Start the
I
clock,
see
Roger.
someone special right down here. Ice Cube. Cube, come on up here, baby.
Oh, they got Cube in the cut. Oh, they got Cube in the black hole. How crazy. That's the way Ice Cube for real, for real.
Everybody, Ice Cube. Come on, baby.
And they got It Was a Good Day playing in the background for
Cube, you got
Cube.
something to say
How
to the
nice.
Raider fans and all the
Watch
other
him start
fans
cursing
in
on
the
national television.
What's up, Las Vegas?
Sound check for freaking Ice Cube. Like, come on now.
Let's get this party started right. If y'all ready for this draft, let me hear you say, yeah. Say, oh yeah.
Ice Cube, gotta love him.
Raider Nation, I love you. NFL, I love you. Let's hear from the homeboy Derek Carr. Come on up.
They're really gonna have everybody say something? Yo, we just want the clock to start. Come on. We don't care, Derek.
This weekend is going to be awesome. Young men's dreams are going to be fulfilled. This weekend is just the beginning. So let's make some noise for these young guys and these teams. Welcome to our great city of Las Vegas. Thank you.
All right, Las Vegas. Time to get this show started. You ready?
Thank you.
All right, here we go. The 2022 NFL Draft is now officially open.
Guys, and it starts.
The Jacksonville Jaguars are now on the clock.
Okay. Great. Jaguars are now on the clock. 9 minutes for the Jaguars on the clock. Okay, guys. Okay, so I just got this out from loyal New York Jets fans on IG, and they're saying draft day buzz. Jets fans, the dream of Debo to the Jets is not dead yet, per Rich Klimney of ESPN. Simony states that this could set up the possibility of the ultimate draft night drama. He also mentions it's quite possible both teams are waiting to see what's available at 10 before pulling the trigger. Guys, listen, to me, I know for a fact that Debo will somehow end up probably coming if Garrett Wilson is still on the clock. Everybody knows that Garrett Wilson is somewhat the younger version of Debo Samuel in what his upsize is, speed, athleticism, agility. They compare him to Debo a lot. And I know San Francisco might actually want him. But that's just if he gets to 10. There are plenty of wide receivers in the draft. I don't know what this, it's crazy. Oh, the pain is coming, lol. The pain is coming. Yes, the pain is coming. As a Jets fan, you know what's up. The pain is coming. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yes, the Jaguars are picking number one, but how long does it take to go ahead and pick number one? Okay, I understand. It's not like, last year where they knew they were picking Trevor Lawrence. This draft is probably one of the most dramatic ones that I've, witnessed because, with this much hype around almost every other player, people don't know if Hutchinson is going first. People don't know if it can be Kayvon in top three. Listen, this is crazy. We don't know what's going to be going on tonight. All we know is that everybody wants their team to succeed. That's just what it is. But guys, listen, draft has started. Jacksonville is on the clock. 7 minutes left for them to go ahead and make their pick. We know for a fact that it may take another 3 minutes or so. Let's just see what they do. Let's really see what they do. I'm hoping for the best. Not for the Jacksonville, of course, for the New York Jets. Let's be realistic here. Walker can go number one, too. That's the other thing. This can go any which way. That's the issue right now. Like, we don't know how this can go, but we're just sitting here like, okay, something good's going to happen. Huh. Don't give me hope. Oh, man. Pick is in. Okay, guys. They're really playing Sweet Caroline. Look at Tony Khan, ladies and gentlemen. You got Tony Khan really in the draft room. Tony Khan's in the draft room. How nice. Sweet Caroline. And you hear the buzz. Oh man, okay. Amen. Ba ba ba. This is my inner Jets fan in me. Guys, just calm down. I'm telling you guys, just bear with me real quick, because if this is my only piece of joy that I may actually have today, trust me, guys, like, just I'm telling you guys, just spare me. Okay, guys. He has the card. Here we go. Here we go.
With the first pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Trayvon Walker.
Whoa! Ain't that golden? Trayvon Walker has gone to. Wow, ain't that something?
Who, in somewhere in the middle of this process, was projected to go in the mid-20s and has chosen to be home in Atlanta, surrounded by his big family. Didn't want to be here away from anybody
That's something
that helped him get to this point. Having a moment he will live with the rest of his life. The Jaguars selecting Trayvon Walker with the number 1 pick in the draft. Early in this process, Todd McShay called him the most underrated prospect in the class. Big and quick, had sacks in both the semifinals and the championship game this year. Finished with 6.
Okay, Trayvon Walker. So that's the first one off the board. And now the lines are on the clock. Great to hear. Great to hear. Great to hear.
Long, fast, athletic. Think about that combine workout of 6'5",
Okay. So Trayvon Walker is now officially off the board. Okay, great. So how does that go now? What does that say for the rest of it? Because, we just want to know. We really just want to know.
So I don't really look at that. I want finishing plays. Only 9.5 sacks, 13 tackles for loss, and 1 forced fumble career. Okay, career.
Oh man. Okay, so Trayvon Walker off the board. So does that mean the Lions go ahead and go with Aiden Hutchinson? The pick is now in for the Detroit Lions. So where do they go with that? Okay. Okay, guys. Lions have made their selection. Okay. No way they're running the card up. So probably Aiden Hutchinson. It's Hutchinson. It's Hutchinson. It's Hutchinson. Guys, it's Hutchinson. I'm calling it now. It's Hutchinson.
Tonight, currently scheduled to have the last pick in the first round. Here they are with selection number 2 in the 2022 draft. Here's the commissioner.
Hutchinson.
With the second pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Aiden Hutchinson, defensive end, Michigan.
Ain't that something? You go number 2, bud.
And there is your moment. Aiden Hutchinson staying close to home. What a season it was. A magic carpet ride for Michigan.
Went to Michigan, gets to stay in Michigan. Congratulations. Oh, man. Okay.
First ever defensive player to be named MVP.
Look at him making that walk. Too happy with it. Okay, no one's crying yet, so I think that's a good thing, right? So the Texans are now on the clock. Where do they go with that?
Exactly as expected. If he was still there at number 2 for the Lions, they would run that card to the commissioner, and that is exactly what they did. Aiden Hutchinson is the second pick in this year's NFL draft.
Make that walk, fam.
Look, I'll tell you,
Yes, sir.
This is one where Dan Campbell had to be sitting there going, what? We're gonna get who? Look,
Okay.
this is the defense that is finishing.
So now where does this lead us? Where do we go further with this? Because now Hutchinson and Trayvon Walker are now off the board. And we still have Evan Neal and Kayvon Thibodeau to go ahead and go into this. So where does this go? Where does this go, guys?
This guy was using push-pull. He was ripping. He was hand swiping.
Okay. So back to it. Trayvon Walker, Aiden Hutchinson, now off the board. Where do we go now? What do the Texans look to, and who do they get before we go ahead and we take in our pick? Four minutes left. Let's see where they go with this, guys. Okay. So one team got an edge. The other one has a defensive end. So now do the Texans go tackle to go ahead and help David Mills? Or they go edge rusher also picking up Kayvon? What happens here, guys? What happens here? Already? Texas pick is in. Guys. Oh, man. It's crazy. Look at the man who actually started the NFL draft, Mel Kiper. Man doesn't age one bit.
He wanted to be a Detroit Lions. We're at the first pitch with a Tiger baseball game. He's ecstatic.
But guys, for real, let's if we're really speaking right now, who do you see going number 3? Because Neal, Thibodeau, they're all still on the board. What happens here? Like, real talk, what happens here? This can go any which way, truth be told. Pick is in. Come on, guys. Let us know. Let us know. Let us know. Whoa! Ain't no way. Somebody already knows what it. Whoa! Okay. That's something. That's something. I just got the text. So I know already. Guys, all I'm saying, a cornerback just went number 3 in the draft.
To announce the third pick in this draft.
Wow. That's something.
With the third pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select Derek Stingley Jr.
Wow. LSU.
LSU.
Whoa.
And so
Not a mod.
night, we have our first big
They didn't pick up a mod. How crazy is that?
Best player in the country. That moment was 3 years ago. He was a high school superstar, state player of the year as a
Wow.
as a true freshman on LSU's national.
I don't shoot. You know something? Let's go ahead and move this up real quick because I don't want to go ahead and be out here. Okay. So 5 minutes on the clock. Stingley just went number 3. Derek Stingley Jr. just went number 3. So if he's off the board that quick, this leaves us to either go with Evan Neal, Kayvon Thibodeau, or Ahmad. Wow. Bro, I can't even think right now because the Jets are on the clock. 5 minutes for us to make a pick. Oh my gosh. This is something. This is something. This is something. Because if we're really thinking about it right now, the Jets have so many options and we don't even know what the heck they're picking. Oh man. Somebody just texted me good luck with my pick. Oh man, the pain is starting. The pain is starting. Oh God. As we can see, 4 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock for the Jets to go ahead and make their pick. Oh my gosh.
What if you were a...
Oh my gosh. Man. Nervous times. Somebody just put in the chat, nervous times. Yes, it's nervous times. I don't even know what to think right now. It's nervous times. I'm sitting here right now in front of my computer, decked out in green. And I'm just like, man, this is crazy. Like, I don't even know what to think right now because, wow, okay, the Jets are about to go ahead and pick. 3 minutes, 52 seconds left on the clock. Jets are about to go ahead and pick. This is crazy. Wow. Yes, start the chants of Jets, 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 Jets. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And the pick's still not in. Oh my God, the pick is still not in, guys. Look, the pick is still not in. 3 minutes, 29 seconds left for us to go ahead and make a pick, and the pick is still not in. I'll be damned. We don't even know what the heck we're picking. We got to go defensive. Bro, Kayvon? Are we really going Kayvon? And lose out on Ahmad? You just... See, guys, it's crazy. Because we have somebody here in the chat who I've, talked to beforehand, about 12 hours ago about this. And we said Ahmad Sauce Gardner, cornerback, for pick number 4. Now he's going with defensive end. I don't, and I really want a mod. That's like Darnell Reeves 2.0. The man's ceiling is high. He can shut down one side of the field. So what are we really going with right now? It's, oh man. Oh man. Pick is in. Oh man, I just got it. Pick is in. Pick is in. Oh man, don't say nothing. The pick is in. Quick little sip of water. Calm the nerves down. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. The pick is in. The pick is in. The pick is in. Oh God. Oh God.
New York's football teams are tied for the worst record in the NFL in the last
Don't mention it.
You see there, both of them at 22 and 59. But over the next hour, they control this draft. The Jets with picks 4 and 10. The Giants at 5 and 7. The Jets on the clock, and they got here faster than we expected as these picks came in so quickly. Mel Kiper, which direction should they be looking right now?
I think you mesh picks when you have 2. The Houston Texans took the corner.
Look at JD hugging. The man already knows what pick. And I'm sitting here. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Oh Lord, guys. Oh man. Oh man. This is like the hardest thing I've had to deal with in my life. Like, bro. Now it's like it's a toss-up. I don't know what to do here.
He's a destroyer. Protection was phenomenal this year. He's a great kid, great character. I don't think you can go wrong with Sauce or Icky at this pick for the Jets.
Where do we go with this?
Where
do we go with this? Where do we go with this?
Yeah, look, there's a number of different ways, simply because of the fact that there's such a void of talent created.
Pick is in.
I think there's too many
The pick is in. The minute Roger goes on, I'm gonna mute myself for a quick second because I want to go ahead and indulge into this every which way. So there goes Roger. Don't tell me nothing. Muting the mic starts now.
Here's Roger Goodell.
With the 4th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Sauce Gardner.
Yeah! Let's go! Let's go! Shut down quarterback, Gotham City. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Let's go. Make that walk, Sauce. Make that walk. Amen to that, man. Amen. Amen.
In all, he allowed only 8 catches for 60 yards. And for his career, in over 1,000 snaps in coverage, he never allowed a touchdown. Lewis, you told us earlier tonight, in your mind, he might be the best player in this draft.
Look, when you have a secondary that was as bad as the Jets last year, you need a guy like a Sauce Gardner who, quite honestly, can just take your opposing team's best wide receiver because of the physical skills that he has at 6'2", 190, with the kind of quickness, body twitch, explosiveness, and finishing skills that he has, and you just put him on him and say, Ahmad, go get him. No, now I can call you Sauce because you got drafted. That's what Pickle said. So look, this is something right here that you can best believe.
Draft pick number 4 has some sauce in it. Oh, we got sauce. All right.
He played boundary corner in Cincinnati, where they sent him a lot from those boundary corner fires that he showed that he will go ahead and hit, cause some tackles for loss and forced fumbles.
Someone says not mad at all. Listen, this is what I needed. This is exactly what I needed. Now to the Jets fans. We're good with this. But now the Giants are on the clock. So how does this go? Where do we go from here? Oh, man. In coverage last season, look at this, guys. 8 for 30, so that means only 8 catches have been allowed on him. No touchdowns, and his longest reception that was allowed on him was 13 yards. I'm excited. Ahmad Sauce Gardner. This is great. This is great. This is great. This is great. I couldn't be any happier. We needed this one. We needed this one. Exactly. Well, I'm already hearing that they don't want to go ahead and pick up Jones's, I believe, team option. So probably most likely making him a free agent, and they don't want to go back to him. So what do they do? What do they do? Yeah, I kind of noticed it.
City can be a little confusing every now and again, but as you can see, he took off, and his moment of excitement took off the wrong way.
The pick is in for the Giants.
The spin move there.
All that ice weighing him down and grab my ice. But he look at the ice cream. That's a lot of ice around his neck, baby.
It most certainly is. Well, we get a lot of ice in that area.
Nah, we need ice on his finger. We need that ring, son. As an optimistic Jets fan, we need that ring. That's what we need. Stop playing.
Defensive players go off the board. If offense sells tickets and defense wins championships,
This is amazing.
we're giving out some rings tonight. It's
Wow.
the 10th time that defensive players have gone with each of the first 4
It's
picks
crazy.
in the draft, and you see them there, Trayvon Walker and
All of them were defensive players. So 2 defensive ends go 1 and 2, and 2 quarterbacks go 3 and 4. How the yo? This is all defense. This draft, all defense. Okay, so the pick is in for the Giants. What do they do with this? Pick is in.
For the New York Giants pick, I'm joined by Sam Prince, a lifelong Giants fan and Make-A-Wish kid.
Always got to support the kids, man. Come on now. He really bad. Come on now.
Sam is post-heart transplant and feeling stronger than ever, as you can see. Tonight, his wish to announce the Giants' first pick comes true. We hope this wish will be a turning point for Sam as he looks forward to being a sports broadcaster in the future. Okay, Sam, it's time to get your wish true, baby.
Thank you, Mr. Goodell. With the 5th pick in the 2023
It's a quarterback.
NFL
Malik
draft,
Willis.
the
Watch it be
New York
Willis.
Football Giants select Kayvon Thibodeau, defensive end.
I play with y'all too much. Kayvon, straight to New York.
A spectacular moment for
Listen,
that
he still
young
went to New
man
York.
and a spectacular moment for this young man. Thibodeau, the #1 rated recruit in the country out of Los Angeles, had only half the number of sacks Aiden Hutchinson did, but did have the third best pressure rate in the country. Was a unanimous selection as an All-American this past year, twice All-Conference first team, finished his career, Booger, with 19 sacks in 32 games for the Ducks.
Greeny, you talk about
Okay.
the #1 player since high school. When they build you up, they want to tear you down, Greeny. And since then, since his freshman year at Oregon, all they've done is try to tear this young man down. Simply put, Greeny, he's got the quickest first step in the draft. If you're looking for a guy that can move, we call that twitchiness. I believe that's the term for it. Watch the first step. He's gone. He beats his offensive tackle with speed. A lot of questions, Greeny, about whether he loves football. Does he love to play the game? Here, I can simply tell you, Greeny, his bend off the edge, his ability to turn, his ability to corner and get to the quarterback and put fear in the offensive tackle is better than just about anybody. I can play with power. I can play with long arm. People have had questions about his personality. I go back to this, Louis Riddick. The Ohio State game, he got hurt. It would have been very easy for him to say,
Okay, so with Kayvon now off the clock alongside Sauce Gardner, what does this leave for Carolina? What does Carolina do? Does Carolina actually go with Malik Willis? Kenny Pickett? Like, what happens here, guys? What happens here?
I remember looking at him his freshman year, and I said, please, just don't play any more football in college. Exactly. Just wait a couple years and we'll draft you #1 overall. Okay?
Dog breaking the hat in. Stop playing with him.
His injury and how painful that high ankle sprain was. They will tell you, look, go ahead.
Hey, dog got sauce with it. Stop playing.
Because they're not the same.
He got to go ahead and hit that with Roger. Oh, snap. Yo, Roger invited to the cookout, yo.
By Don Martindale, Wink Martindale, the ex-Baltimore
Kid's so happy.
coordinator, who's the new coordinator at the Giants.
That's
to be
amazing.
At an elite level at all times. Because that's what he needs to be now, right? He needs to be a foundational player. A player who right now will be a New York Giants pillar.
That's amazing.
A cornerstone for not one contract, for maybe 2 or 3. Because they've had some great pass rushers in their history in New York, going back to the 80s and 90s. But over the past 2 years, as far as their pass rush.
Kayvon is now off the board. Now, what does this leave for Carolina? I'm still staying by my thought of them picking up a QB because Sam Darnold is not it. And yes, how ironic for me to say that due to the fact that we drafted him in the first place. Too early. What makes sense of saying that it's too early? It's never too early. Oh, man. Listen, I'm just waiting to see what happens with our 10th pick. I want to make a trade. If everything that I said actually manifests itself and it happens, when we get to the 10th pick, it's a successful draft. To me, and there's no need for me to go ahead and continue on with it. Like, I'm being so for real with you guys. The minute we hit 10, and if something actually happens where we actually enjoy it, guys, what else is there for me to say? Like, I'm okay. Like, I'm perfectly okay with that. Oh, man. Raiders is not participating right. I don't believe so. Truth be told, I don't think so. Like, you guys traded away your picks, right? So I really don't think there's any participating for you guys. Like, truth be told, I don't know. Okay, so the Panthers pick is in from what I've seen right now. Question is, what do they do? Do they go QB and pick up Malik Willis, who somehow has that upside of Michael Vick that can somewhat be comparable to Lamar Jackson, but somehow, some way they think that this man is not a running back? Still disrespectful to Lamar. I'm sorry, but I really do think there's a chance that they go QB. I think they're going QB here. Let's see what happens, guys.
We're back in Las Vegas where our aerial coverage is provided by Goodyear. It takes drive to reach the next destination. Goodyear, more driven. So the Panthers are on the clock, and the quarterbacks are still on the board, and they're likely to be there for a while. This according to our draft predictor, which we use mock drafts and Scouts Inc. grades and team needs. We estimate the chances that a player will be available at number 11 is a 98% chance that when Washington picks, one of these quarterbacks is available. The Saints pick at 16 and 19, and then the Steelers at number 20, and thus that suggests
Okay, what happens now with the Panthers? What are they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing?
Panthers, what do you think?
Is it Malik Willis?
I agree. 17 and 18 is where I have Malik Willis and Kenny Pickett. And I think you look
17
at
and 18.
tackles. You have right now Icky Ekwonu at number 2 on the big board. Evan Neal.
That's true, but they don't have a QB.
Right after. So these three offensive tackles have high grade. You're picking at 6. You got to get somebody inside of your top 5 when you're bored. And if they have one of the quarterbacks, fine. That's their opinion. I disagree with it. We'll see what happens. But certainly offensive tackle, the issue. Sam Darnold's your quarterback, right? The offensive line was bad. They didn't have McCaffrey. They added Austin Corbett, Bradley Bozeman. They still need
Guys, I don't know what to think. Truth be told, I really don't know what to think. Darnold! You're sticking with Darnold? Darnold? Mel, let's be serious here. Darnold? Darnold. Mans Bensel. Darnold. To us, stupid goofies. Pick is in. Let's see what happens.
The sixth pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Ikem Ekwonu,
Tackle.
North Carolina State.
Ikem Ekwonu equally dominant in both the run game and the passing game, and all sorts of variety. Played guard.
I'm mad at that. Listen,
was a unanimous All-American at left tackle this past
they still want to protect Darnold. They want to keep Darnold. I understand he was balling at it like the beginning of the season. I just don't know. I don't, cool. Okay. Because they don't have no second or third. They have that. They go tackle. All right.
Right up there. I had 2 on the big board behind Aiden Hutchinson. I'll tell you, you talk about entertaining offensive tackles to watch. In the history of me doing this, which is about 45 years, this kid was right up near the top of the list. He just destroyed people. He played.
They're really playing Rock With You by MJ. Yo, Vegas a bop. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Ready to play every week. The improvement was as a pass blocker. We knew he could drive defenders off the ball, take them out of the stadium. We knew that. Could he protect the quarterback? Could he mirror and pass protect? He's a great technician.
I mean, cool. Giants are once again on the clock. Where do they go with this? Okay, maybe Evan Neal. Maybe it's Evan Neal. Got that feeling. It could be Evan Neal. Yeah, most likely it's Evan Neal. If we're being like realistic right now, it's Evan Neal. Giants would need somebody to protect Daniel Jones in somewhat last year, but I mean, y'all need a wide receiver, y'all need a tackle, y'all need, y'all got a defensive end, good edge rusher, but I mean, y'all need a running back, y'all need everything to be honest. But it's hard because it's like I wouldn't want y'all to go through with having to deal with Daniel Jones again, and if you have Malik Willis, I don't know. I just feel some type of way, and it's like the pick is already in, so we just gotta see what y'all do with this. Of course, it has. That true call still on the clock. They need their Makai Becton. I think they're going Evan Neal. They need protection at the O line. Pick is in. Pick is in. Pick is in.
In my opinion, I've crossed the 12, kneel a little higher, like them both.
So the offensive tackles are sitting there for the Giants. They seem to address that need every year. Is that the direction they
Look
go?
at Roger.
Find out now. The Giants' second pick in these first 7, and here's the commissioner.
With the 7th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Evan Neal, tackle, Alabama.
The Giant fans sound happy, and they should be. Evan Neal started 40 games at 3 different positions at Bama, including 13 as a guard as a freshman. Then he moved to right tackle, then left. So versatility, a big part of the appeal. He was the number 4
I'm cool with that.
player in the country coming out of high school in his home state of Florida. And Mel, he fully lived up to the hype at Alabama.
He really did as a left tackle. He had started, though, at right tackle, and that might have been the reason why you go Neal over a guy like Charles Cross. I had Neal at 5 Cross.
I'm cool with it.
Cross is left tackle. Neal is played.
And now that puts Atlanta on the clock. But damn, we really got Sauce Gardner. I'm happy. No, like real talk, I'm actually happy right now. Like this is really great. Like to think that I really just got my cornerback. Like my cornerback. That's great. That's great. But I mean, of course, there goes the handshake, the hug, heartfelt, and there go that jersey with his name on it.
Now, like you say, no more excuses. Keep everybody healthy. Keep everybody out.
Well, now Atlanta. Where does Atlanta go with this? This is where it gets good. Where do we go with this? Atlanta can go wide receiver, but due to the fact that they already have Calvin Ridley and Russell Gage Jr., would that be the move? I'd say go safety. Kyle Hamilton. I think Kyle Hamilton would be a good fit with Atlanta. Seattle, on the other hand, what does Seattle do? Seattle has a Drew Lock. This is where it gets funnier. Seattle has Drew Lock. I just want to get to the 10th pick just to win on to Debo trade, guys. 3 minutes and 58 seconds till the Falcons go ahead and make the 8th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft. Kyle Hamilton. And they say that the pick is in.
5-7. I think a good start for the Giants. As far as Atlanta is concerned, they are next. I'm told the pick is in. We've not seen any wide receivers go off the board yet, and the Falcons most certainly need them. Matt Ryan, of course, has been traded to Indianapolis. The Falcons received a
and they got Marcus Mariota now.
Long-time standout quarterback, and they really struggle to find production.
So that's the real answer. Like,
particularly with the circumstances surrounding Calvin Ridley, who has been suspended at least through this entire season. Kyle Pitts,
that's right.
Overall last year, by far their most productive weapon. Mel, very quickly, what do we expect to see here as we wait for the commissioner?
Well, wide receiver, we talked about with Garrett.
That's because Calvin really wasn't playing. So listen, it comes down to it, and he plays next season. I wouldn't think,
But I think wide receiver and a pass rusher, they could go any direction. This team's got a lot of holes.
It's an interesting circumstance. The division, Tom Brady.
All right, so what do they do?
The Saints have 2 picks coming up tonight. The Falcons feel like a team that's rebuilding. They could look in almost any direction.
Yeah, they sure could. Look, they've been one of the worst pass rushing teams in the NFL, but they are devoid of talent at wide receiver.
All right, someone get Goodell out here.
No doubt, wide receiver.
There he goes. Okay.
We're going to find out right now. Here's Roger Goodell for the 8th pick.
What is it?
The 8th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Drake London.
Wide receiver. And Wilson is still out? Wilson is still there.
What an athlete this young man is.
Whoa. Okay. That's something. Okay, that's something. They went with Drake London out of USC and not Garrett Wilson. Whoa. I guess Drake probably fits their scheme more.
So there's no question about the size, Lewis, or the athleticism.
Yeah, they're going to need all. Because think of it like this: the Falcon wide receivers combined for the fewest receiving yards last season, 4th highest drop rate in the NFL.
Not bad. Not bad.
Leads in free agency. You think they need Drake London? Yeah, they need somebody out there, and I'll tell you this: he is quarterback friendly because of that frame and because of how he can go up and get
Drake London.
even when he is contested.
They compare him to Vincent Jackson. God rest his soul.
Formerly of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chargers is a guy who I respected greatly. That's who Drake London reminds me of. And just watch some of these plays as far as his ability to go up and play basketball and just take it off of the cornerback's head. Just watch Vincent Jackson back in his day. was one of the very best at doing it. It looks exactly the same. The back shoulder fade, just throw it up high, back shoulder. I'll go up over top of the guy and I'll take it. Yeah, down in the red zone, the catch radius down here. We said that this is a red zone league, a third down league, a 2-minute league. It doesn't matter what you do to him. This is perfect coverage right here. I'll just one-hand it and pull it in with one hand. I'm not even going to put two hands on it. Now watch Vincent Jackson do this. Watch this. This play, this is just ridiculous. Watch. It's the same catch. One-handed, back shoulder. Look, we have the best tech package fielders in all of TV. They find these snaps. I don't know where they find them. I don't know what kind of life they have. I don't know all they do is watch tape. But, I mean, that's just ridiculous. What a great, great pick for the Atlanta Falcons.
Here's my one concern, Mel Kiper.
Okay.
When you're making
So Seahawks are now officially on the clock, and Drake London is now drafted straight to ATL. So does this mean Seattle goes with Kyle Hamilton, or do they go ahead and they pick up Garrett Wilson? Now, I would hate Seattle for that. Because don't forget, we fleeced them last year. Because all I'm hoping for is that it's not a wide receiver. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So what does this mean, guys? Jets are going to be on the clock after Seattle make their pick. And we know that Seattle's mad after we gave them this guy right here. And we fleeced them for a couple of first round draft picks. Guys, what does this? Wow, I don't want them to go ahead and pull something stupid where they pick up a wide receiver. Oh man, guys, this is hard to say because I don't know what they're going to go ahead and try to do, and they try to pull something funny. I would actually be mad. I'm not gonna lie to you, because as much as I know Seattle would want to go ahead and replace Jamal, their offense is not looking good at all. And of course, yeah, they got DK, they got Lockett, so of course that's nothing crazy. But we're the Jets. We always get bad luck somehow during this time in the draft. All I want is for it not to be another wide receiver. That's pretty big on the board. Because, okay, Drake London is already off the board. We know this. But Garrett Wilson is still there. If Garrett Wilson is there, after Seattle makes the pick, there's a shot at us getting Debo. Pick is in, y'all. The pick is in. The pick is in. That's good to know. The pick is in. All right. So the pick is in for Seattle. So once they go ahead and leave commercial break, we're going straight into the next pick. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Sacrificed by the Weekend is playing.
Gone through 8 selections in the
The
Seattle
pick is in for the Seattle Seahawks.
with a pick they acquired from Denver in a trade for their longtime star quarterback, Russell Wilson. We began the evening talking about star players changing places, and perhaps the biggest name of them all was Russell Wilson, which many people perceive this, Lewis, to be a sign that the Seahawks are going into a full rebuild. But their coach, Pete Carroll, has suggested he doesn't see it that way at all, and so some work to do tonight beginning at number 9.
Yeah, look, Pete is never going to say it's a full rebuild, right? But I think what
Oh man, why am I
is
so
really
scared?
this team in the manner in which gave them the most success early back in 2010, 11, 12, which was we had a dominant running game. We had to make sure the offensive line was great because I want to be able to physically impose my will on defenses and pass rush. Those are the two things, right? I mean, that's common amongst all teams, but that truly is the Pete Carroll way of building a team. And that's why I expect your offensive line makes total sense here, especially with a guy like Charles Cross.
Pick is in. Let's just get it started. Come on now.
21 different offensive line combinations. Dwayne Brown still a free agent. Got to scream offensive tackle here.
Certainly feels like a possibility. There are quite a few good defensive players remaining on the board. The receivers still sitting there, not convinced that's a position of need for Seattle. We'll find out. It's the beginning of a new era for the Seahawks, and here's their first selection of this year's draft.
With the 9th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Charles Cross, tackle, Mississippi State.
Oh,
And so the three big
yes, sir. That boy Tris in the cut. What it do, Tris? What it do? What it do? What it do? They got Charles Cross. The Jets are on the clock. The Jets are on the clock. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a drill. The Jets are on the clock. All wide receivers are open. Bets are off. What's about to happen? Bro, what is about to happen? Oh my lord, what is about to happen? What is about to happen? What is about to happen?
Have you ever seen a bear dance? If you haven't, when you watch
Oh man.
that's what it looked like. Mike Leach never met a pass that he didn't like. They threw the ball more than anybody in America.
Jets are on the clock, man. Oh gosh.
Can I follow the defensive end, go side to side? There's your bear dancing. He can dance in front of these defensive
This is the playmaker, Debo Samuel. Come on.
Can I get back? Can I use my hand?
Imagine they say trade. I promise you, they say trade. I'm going off. Like, man, I'm going off. Oh, man. They say it's a trade. I'm losing it.
But he's built to pass block. They'll teach him how to get low and drive guys in the run game. But in their pass
Oh,
he's
man.
the best pass blocker in the draft.
Mel, the Seahawks allowed the highest
Oh,
in
man.
the NFL last season, so this clearly was an area of need. This was the last of the three big tackles, if you will, and Seattle grabs him at 9.
Either Garrett Wilson or you trade for Debo. Which one is it, JD? You got 5 minutes. Pick your poison and let us Jets fans live for once. I'm asking for it, please. Okay.
But certainly, I don't think
Great.
Seattle expected Charles Cross necessarily to be there. A left tackle with that skill set. Drew Lock, it seems like they have confidence in him moving forward. We'll see. They may have looked better coming out of college. Everybody else did. He was part of that trade. He wasn't considered a throw-in. It's a guy they feel more comfortable with.
Guys, I don't think you understand how nervous I am now. We got Sauce. That's great. But now comes the real test. Are we getting Garrett Wilson or, man, this is one of those scenarios where you sit there and you try to wonder what is about to go ahead and happen. 4 minutes left on the clock. So we know for a fact that the Jets are really either making calls to San Francisco, California, or we're making that call to that Ohio State wide receiver. Which one is it? Pick is in. The pick is in. So it seems like we're going wide receiver. And we got Garrett Wilson.
I would think the Garrett Wilson, Ohio State, if you want to wait a little bit on Jameson Williams.
Then we just got Garrett Wilson. That's what it is.
To see where's the Alabama wide receiver who would have been in the top 5, probably top 7 at worst, had he not had that ACL.
Jets. We got Garrett Wilson then. We got Garrett Wilson.
But he's a spectacular player. Do they go for Jameson? Do they take Garrett Wilson with the body control? Ran under 4.4. Had a heck of a season for Ohio State. The C.J. Stroud. Jermaine Johnson, the second.
It's Garrett Wilson. I wonder what caused us not to go with Debo. There is still time for something like this to happen, but I certainly really do think that we got Garrett Wilson.
It is a player who will most likely not be available until sometime during the season.
Yeah, look, it's just a matter of whether or not you feel you can wait to get that return on investment. Is it okay for you to wait, or do you want someone who right now in the offseason, you're going to get to work with your second-year quarterback, develop that rapport, and hit the ground running in September? If I'm the Jets right now, that's probably what I want, because I don't want to waste any time with Zach Wilson as far as him not being able to work with his
That's
guy.
facts.
I think the best receiver in the draft is Jameson Williams, but he's hurt. If not him, Garrett Wilson is screaming the ultimate playmaker right there.
There has been so much trade speculation around the Jets. The name Deebo Samuel has been kicked about. This was the pick that we thought they might be spotlighting. It has not gone that way. The Jets have made the pick, and here it comes from the commissioner.
With the 10th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Garrett Wilson, wide receiver, Ohio State.
Look at that boy. Look at that boy. Garrett freaking Wilson.
He was born in Columbus, Ohio, before his family moved to Texas.
Garrett Wilson.
Went to the same high school as Baker Mayfield. Super productive.
One of the fastest wide receivers in the draft this year. Ran a 4.4. Wow. I wonder what causes not to go with Debo. I'm really like, it's cool because it's still a wide receiver. And this man has major upside. Like, I mean, look at this, bro. Man's vertical. I could you not. Dog's vertical is so insane. Like, dude runs. He can catch. I mean, you put him on the squad. Corey Davis, Elijah. And the fact that we still keeping Elijah? Whoa.
Where you know it's going to be tight. You're going to have to work in tight quarters. Look, I don't even
That's crazy.
That's a ridiculous task.
Well, Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson.
Look at what Lynn's doing here.
What else did I want?
These guys are like ballerinas, man.
I'm happy with what I got.
Ballerinas, which just expands their catch radius. If you're Zach Wilson, you're going, hey, Joe Douglas, thank you, my man. Thank you. I'm going to get to work with this guy right now.
And Greedy, you know this.
Yes, sir. What it do, fam? Welcome to New York City. Ah, snap. How great is this?
It makes the target easy for the quarterback. Zach Wilson will get a lot of easy throws. His ball skills and his ability to separate this young man.
So, Mel, let's put a quick ribbon on the Jets here. At 4, they take Ahmad Gardner, and here at 10, they take Garrett Wilson. How do you think they did?
I think they did great. I mean, Garrett Wilson, we say, well, he's not as big as Drake London. He plays as big because of those long arms and the leaping ability and that body control these guys were talking about. I mean, he is amazing at making those acrobatic catches, making the quarterback look good. They'll do that for Zach Wilson. And Brian Hartline, the coaches.
Washington Commanders trade the pick to the Saints.
Brian Hartline's going to be moving up the coaching ranks, okay? Former Ohio State receiver, played very well in the NFL for a period of time. Brian Hartline has a lot to do with the development of these receivers, and Chris Olave won't have to wait long to hear his name called as well.
There's going to be
Shout
some.
out to our buddy Dan Orlovsky, who told me last night he thinks Garrett Wilson is the best player in this draft. We'll see how he winds up faring there. Again, it was a good night for the Jets so far.
Saints just traded what they trade for. Okay, so they got that pick. But what did they give it? Whoa. Jets, solid. Garrett Wilson. Okay. So now what does this leave us with due to the fact that now we just got to wait till tomorrow for whatever else we got? All right. So here's what I think. Here's what I really think. The Jets now have a top tier corner and a top tier wide receiver, both young. Okay. So that gives it, that's a solid fair trade for me. We don't get Debo. I'm not bummed about that. I'm perfectly fine about that. Because then, he's going into the final year of his rookie contract and, he wants to get big paid. You feel me? He wants that big extension. So we have a wide receiver that has been highly praised by the same person that we were choosing to want to go ahead and get. And the best thing about it, he's on a rookie deal for several years, which saves us time to see how he goes. And this now gives us upside to now having him, Moore, Barrios, Davis, and let's not forget about Denzel Mims. Yes, I'm still talking about Denzel Mims. And we just got CJ Uzoma and Tyler Conklin in free agency. So we have a lot of extreme upside to our wide receiving and, our whole receiving core. And now Zach Wilson has keys to go ahead and throw to, which is great. What now I'm, so crazy about is what did we do to not get Debo? What happened that caused them to go ahead and say, something, we don't want it no more? Because going into this week, all you heard was, listen, we got to go ahead and do something great where we can pick up Debo Samuel. Everything has been the talk of the town about Debo to the Jets. He doesn't want to be there no more. There's going to be a trade of some forth. What's going to happen? So now, where does this leave him to go? We got to see what's going to be happening now, because it's crazy. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? You have Dr. Fresh 568 in the cut. What's up, man? What's up? But seriously, where does this leave the Jets? Jets have to be doing something crazy because, we have key pieces now for us to do something great. And I mean, my picks were correct. I wanted Sauce at 4, and I wanted Wilson at 10. So now, what does it say for us? We don't know, but pick is now in for the Saints, and we will go ahead and take it to that. Because certainly, if they're going to go ahead and pick something good, we want to know what they traded for. So where does this go?
Jameson Williams, who has the ACL, but spectacularly talented wide receiver, then Dax Hill, and then Chris Olave. So as we were going to break, the New Orleans Saints worked out a deal with the Washington Commanders. The Saints are now on the clock at the 11th pick. They previously had picks 16 and 19 in this first round. We do not have the details on the trade yet. It is obviously a new era here, post Sean Payton, a year removed from Drew Brees.
Yes, post Sean Payton.
What direction do you think they are going here with moving up aggressively?
Well, the pass offense was not going there, and you do have receivers here. They like Jameson.
Why don't you go ahead and make Ian Book your starting quarterback? Why not? I'm playing, guys. Not saying that Ian Book is trash, but they really don't have a quarter. I mean, Jameis Winston. I can't really throw hate at Winston. He was doing good for what he was doing. He was doing good until that injury, so can't really hate on him as much. But the pick is in, so who are they getting? Where Goodell at? Get the man out here.
choose, and you got Williams and you have Olave available right now.
I'll continue to tell you, the quarterbacks go get a drink. This offense needs wide receiver speed. They need speed on offense.
It's important to point out as well, they did not give up either of the remaining first-round picks they have tonight. They still have the picks coming up tonight. As they swap up there.
There goes Goodell.
So they will still have another
What happens here?
If they choose to use it, here comes the commissioner to announce the pick at number.
Is that Tony Gonzalez? What do you know?
Draft is a time of optimism for all 32 teams and their fans.
What do you know? It's Tony Gonzalez.
We've got a similar time 2 weeks from tonight when we announce the 2022 schedule on May 12th. This year's schedule will have a new twist, as our Thursday night games will be carried by a new partner, Amazon Prime Video. Joining me are Chargers and Chiefs season ticket members James Ebo and Moose Felt. Also here is
The boos are just the most funniest thing about the draft every year, man.
who will be part of the Prime Video broadcast team. Congratulations, Tony.
Thanks, Roger.
Okay, I just heard about the pick.
Good. Tell you what, I am excited to be part of this broadcast.
Okay, Saints, not bad.
You may recognize this guy right here next to me. He's going to be helping me make this announcement for Prime Video, which will be airing on week 2 of the NFL season.
Isn't that Austin Eckler? Is that Eckler?
Running back Austin Eckler.
Yeah, it is Eckler, of course.
And I guess you can tell probably it's no surprise. The first game that we're going to kick it off is going to be out in Arrowhead on Thursday night against the Chargers. And I tell you what, Austin, if you want my opinion about this game, whoever has the ball last is going to win this game. At least the way it's always seemed. Talk to the fans. Tell them what you think.
Look, it doesn't get much better than this. It doesn't get much better than this. Thursday night football. You got 2 high-powered teams battling it out. It's going to be epic. It's going to be an amazing thing. Even if you don't rock with the Chargers and Chiefs, I know you got me on your fantasy team, so there's no point in not watching. It's going to be awesome.
That boy.
Tell you what, we're looking forward to it. This rivalry goes back 62 years. You're not going to see every time these two teams get together, it's explosion, it's fireworks, it's touchdowns, great defense. So we will see you there.
You know what the pick? Well, I know what the pick is. So, you know, there's that.
The Washington Commanders have traded the 11th pick.
Yeah, we know that.
New Orleans Saints. With the 11th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Chris Olave, wide receiver, Ohio State.
They went Olave. All right.
Chris Olave, like we used to say about another Buckeyes wide receiver, all he does is catch touchdowns.
Makes sense.
He caught 35 in 4 seasons, the most in Ohio State.
You know, Olave, not too crazy. You know, another wide receiver. Everybody's going crazy with a wide out now. So, you know, what does that leave us with? Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. Crazy times right now in the NFL. Vikings have traded their pick to the Lions. What they traded the picks? Yo, what they trade for? Like, I want to know. Like, they're not saying anything like, what did you trade for? Like, that's what I want to figure out. Wilson to Wilson. Oh, man. Okay. So, you know they go with Olave. What does this leave us with? That's what I'm trying to figure out here, ladies and gentlemen. We got... But what did they trade? Okay, so the Lions have already made the pick. What they get? So the Lions are really out here going ahead and making crazy, you know, moves by going ahead and already making picks. When the Vikings just... Whoa, okay, so this is crazy. So what's going to happen here? And I just want to know what they traded for. Like, I don't know what got traded to the Saints with. So it's like, you know, okay, hold on. Let's see what Twitter says about the trade. So, okay, here's what I want to understand from this. Saints might actually go ahead and pull something crazy. Y'all don't see it yet. Y'all really don't see it yet. They traded up. We don't know what they traded. But are we forgetting that Baker Mayfield wants out of Cleveland? So if we see a Browns trade out here, wait, hold on. Someone's not there.
Last year in that area too often last year, too often to their liking. This is a franchise altering type move.
Whoa, someone's not there. Someone's not there.
It smells like quarterback. It smells like quarterback.
He's not sitting there. Whoa.
I've been told that there is another trade, and the Eagles have moved up to 13. So Houston would have had the.
Everybody's moving up right now. Whoa, hold on.
Moved up to number 11, and they just.
You know who was sitting in that seat, right? Malik Willis was sitting in that seat. He's not. Ah, shoot. We know where this goes.
Mel, again, we do not know if this will be a quarterback.
We know where that goes. Oh, man.
It is a quarterback the Lions have come up.
Yup. We know what this means. He's not sitting in that chair.
Not the early portion of round.
Yup. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it.
The Eagles, I think Jameson Williams is
I feel it.
in play for the Eagles to move up to that spot. Devontae Smith had a really good rookie year. This is the year for Jalen Hurts. From the Eagles, I'm going to go get Jameson Williams. I don't know what the in the cards.
I feel it.
Lions go all the way up. Malik Willis, though, I tell you, the developmental quarterback, they have the bridge quarterback. It makes too much sense, but it makes a lot of sense. This is what Malik needs. This is a guy that could be spectacular. This is a league with a lot of great young quarterbacks. And
I feel it. I feel it. He's not sitting in that chair. He's not sitting in that chair. Make it make sense. If he was sitting in that chair, it would make all total sense.
Meanwhile, we have the details on that trade.
Whoa.
Received the 12th pick there, and they give back to the Vikings the last pick in the first round and a very early second round pick.
So they give 2 second. Okay.
So a nice haul there for the Vikings. Who will be able to stockpile some players.
All right.
The commissioner will be making his way to the stage in a moment. Again, this is the Lions moving up aggressively.
They got Malik Willis.
We've seen a run on offensive tackles. We've seen a run on
the Detroit Lions have picked up Malik Willis. This is what I'm calling right now. I say it now.
The Minnesota Vikings have traded the 12th pick to the Detroit Lions. With the 12th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft,
Malik Willis.
The Detroit Lions select Jameson Williams, wide receiver, Alabama.
Wow. Good for him. Let's start with the speed. Young man was a track star in high school in St. Louis. Set the state record in the 300-meter hurdles. Was once clocked running.
Well, I guess I was wrong. I mean, they traded for Williams. Okay, so the wide receivers are getting off the board quick.
He tore his ACL in the national championship game against Georgia. Not certain when he will be able to see his first NFL action, but there's no questioning, Mel, the talent of Jameson Williams.
Philly can actually go ahead and go crazy now.
He's a tremendous warrior on the football field. Special teams, the way he talked about a guy goes right over to teammates.
And they have back-to-back picks too. Whoa, they have whoa. Okay, so they go before and after Baltimore. How crazy is that? Okay.
Make that monumental leap up to get Jameson Williams. Tells you how good he is when he's 100%. I've always contended they beat Georgia if he plays that entire football game in a national title game. There he is. Up at the Buckeyes, right? Yeah, he was there with
pick is in.
Here he is.
Guys, draft is moving by quick. That's a good Bama receiver. So, I mean, I ain't mad at nothing. But where does this go with Malik Willis and okay, so like that means what are they doing? You feel me? Like, okay, last 3 selections have been wide receivers. Eagles got their pick. So what is it? Come on now. Man, I'm actually happy. We got Sauce. We got Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson. That's great. That's actually great. Oh man, successful draft for the Jets. Oh man. Damn. We have the meat. Oh my gosh. Worst commercial ever, I promise you. It gets tiring. But okay, so the pick is in for the Eagles. So what are we expecting, guys?
Stephen Strange. The Illuminati will see you now. Marvel Studios, Doctor Strange, rated PG-13, seen in premium large format in IMAX, May 6th.
We are back, and it's time now for a look back at some of our draft moments from this early evening, delivered by Pizza Hut. That was Trayvon Walker, the Georgia defensive end, going number 1 overall. Then we have the New York portion of tonight's draft, as the Jets took Ahmad Gardner, the cornerback out of Cincinnati, with the number 4 overall pick, and Garrett Wilson, the wide receiver out of Ohio State, with the 10th overall pick. Sandwiched in between those, their crosstown rivals, if you will, although they share a stadium, the Giants taking Kayvon Thibodeau, the pass rusher out of Oregon, with much enthusiasm at number 5, and then an offensive tackle, Evan Neal, out of Alabama. So a good night for the two New York teams. Meanwhile, we've had a flurry of trades in the last half hour, with the Saints moving up, the Lions moving up, and now the Eagles moving up. They've already, in fact, made their pick. And Lewis, as we take a look at what it is that they gave up to move up here, just a couple of spots, you turned to me and you said immediately you think they just got beaten to the punch on Jameson Williams.
Absolutely. I think that's what just happened. You're sitting there, you see him drop.
So Eagles gave him the 15th.
You're probably hoping, man,
Oh, okay.
not coming up to get
I was about to say.
But that's a pretty aggressive move to go from 32 all the way up to 12. But I'll tell you what, Detroit was like, hold, hey, all right, we'll take it. But look, there's still good wide receivers on the board. What'll be interesting to see here now is what does Philadelphia's management do? If that, in fact, was the guy that they were coming up to get, because there's no question that they needed a guy to go along with Devontae Smith, a guy to go ahead and stretch the field at some point in time. They also need defensive backs as well. They could use a safety as well, so maybe safety's in play here now as a secondary fit.
And you can look at it the other way.
Where do they go? Where do they go?
Maybe they saw something from Baltimore. They said, okay, we need to get in front of them. So I hear you on that point. That's an awful lot for Detroit, though. You go up 20 spots to take a wide receiver, they won't be ready until probably November.
And in the draft where we do believe there will be quite a few other receivers.
Who else is on the board for wide receivers?
But we're talking about maybe 7 going in the first round and maybe 7 more in round number 2. So that might have been an overly aggressive move by the Lions. We'll wait and see. In the meantime, the Eagles have made their move here. Mel's number 1 player on the board remaining is Kyle Hamilton, the safety out of Notre Dame. We'll see if his name gets called here. The fans are singing along to Neil Diamond's Sweet Caroline. And I see a procession of young people making their way onto the stage, joining the commissioner, Roger Goodell, for a celebration.
All right, so we got plenty of other people on stage now. Let's go ahead and present the 13th pick. Looks like a couple of high school kids out of Nevada. Let's see what's up.
Joining me for the Eagles pick are 6 high school tackle and flag football captains from teams across Clark County and Las Vegas. They truly exemplify the NFL's values of respect, integrity, resiliency, and responsibility to their teams. Congratulations to all of you on your accomplishments, and good luck on the upcoming season.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. The Houston Texans have traded the 13th pick to the Philadelphia Eagles. With the 13th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Jordan Davis, defensive tackle, Georgia.
Booger's a happy man, the big man in the middle for the national champs, and that legendary defense goes 6'6", weighed 341 at the combine.
Jordan Davis, that's fair.
Award and the Outland Trophy last year. Great success story. He wasn't all that highly recruited out of Charlotte, North Carolina, but Mel, he got better every year.
I'll tell you, that movable mountain in the middle of the line is what Jordan Davis is, and I think if you can surround him by pass rushers, just like Ashawn Robinson with the Los Angeles Rams, you're not going to run up the gut against Rams because of Ashawn. You're not going to be able to run up the gut against Jordan Davis. You got to have pass rushers around him. He didn't give you much disruptive plays in the backfield. He only had half a sack against Florida, half a sack against South Carolina, a sack against Clemson in the season opener. That's 2 for the year. No forced fumbles and only 1 pass deflection. He's got to get his stamina up. He's got to keep that weight around 3.
Whoa!
Ran 4.78 at the combine. It's a tremendous athlete.
Ravens just got crazy on defense.
6'5", 341 pounds.
The Ravens just got crazy on defense.
Do something other than just be a run stuffer in a league where they throw it all over the yard. So I contend the Eagles, they've invested a ton of money in defensive line over the years. This is a team that has some guys.
I just got the text. Whoa. Ravens just got crazy on defense, bro.
With this football team, what Ashawn Robinson is to the LA Rams.
Yeah, I'm sure they're hoping that, look, he's the heir apparent.
Man, that's crazy. They just got crazy on defense. I'm being so for real right now.
Become a guy who can give them the inside pass rush to go along with the outside rush, meaning he's going to help out Josh Sweat. He's going to help out guys like Derek Barnett because he's going to push the pocket on the inside. Quarterbacks can't step up. Then all that pressure that they get, and they're one of the best pressure teams in the NFL, will turn into
Whoa, that's crazy.
as he continues to develop because he is a phenomenal athlete.
For a team that had only 29 sacks last year, I don't quite understand the pick because this is not a guy that gets you the quarterback. Phenomenal athlete. You talk about the 4.7 at 345. Granted, he is rare when it comes to the athletic ability. Great.
Yo, they're really playing Yeet at the NFL draft? Are you kidding me?
Is that if we're trying to get to the quarterback,
Whoa, Yeet made it, bro.
in order to do that, his stamina's got to get better. Granted, here we are. This is Alabama. This is the SEC championship.
They're
game.
playing
Everything's
Yeet at the
aligned.
draft, bro.
And here is Jordan Davis just walking up the line of scrimmage. I need better stamina out of him. And for a team that needs pass rush production, to make this pick from a guy who's ultimately been a run stopper, not sure I understand the pick.
Well, we'll never know if they were moving up to get Jameson Williams. They certainly wouldn't have.
They were playing Yeet at the NFL draft, bro.
To get ahead of Baltimore.
That's
Again,
crazy.
we'll never know. For the record, Jordan Davis, if I was looking for little tidbits, his Twitter bio says he's a connoisseur of Swedish fish. And that cracked me up.
What is that?
Those are little candies, Booger.
Oh, you don't know what Swedish fish are? I don't eat candy, man. My body's pure.
Well, that's why you weren't quite the same 341 on that defensive line. That Georgia defense spectacular, obviously. And so now the Ravens go on the clock
like a
Mr.
ball.
Guy, for a team that you know all so well. A
You
team that was
wrestled all day.
ravaged by injury
And I
last
can't
year and
even
still
rest all
managed
day.
to be playing in the thick of things until quite late in the season. A testament to how well they are coached and how good the strength of that football team is. If healthy, there's a lot of strengths there. Mel, in which direction do we look here for the Ravens, whose pick is in?
Yeah, they go to Thay Oweh opposite him. Oweh had 5 sacks. He showed good pass rush ability. Jermaine Johnson, the second, they look good opposite Oweh.
We know who they got. It's cool. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna cap.
But Jermaine Johnson, the second, there's a pass rusher still on the board.
What they got, I just heard what they got. So
I thought he'd go maybe in the top 10, maybe even in the top 7 overall. You put Jermaine Johnson the second opposite Oweh. Now the Ravens in an AFC.
because they really just got to steal.
Quarterbacks have something, but you also have Hamilton and Hill, the 2 safeties on the board. This is a good discussion for Eric DeCosta, their outstanding GM, and that organization to figure out which of these defensive players. Trevor Penning's there as well, could help the offensive line. But I'm big on the pass rush. I'm taking Jermaine Johnson the second. Kyle Hamilton's tough to overlook, but Jermaine Johnson the second had it. Coming over from Georgia to Florida State showed me a lot coming off the edge. The second
And yes, if you're asking,
in addition to his 12 sacks,
it's that guy right there.
makes a lot of plays, Boog, makes a lot of plays.
Definitely him.
Against the run and gets after the quarterback.
Yeah, Lewis, there was a moment in time when people thought Kyle Hamilton might be the second or third best player in this draft. Then he ran the bad time, the bad 40 at the combine, a 4.59, and he just saw his stock plummet to where he is still available here at 15.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? A lot of times when you're dealing with a player like this, when you're talking about a guy who plays in the secondary, and although the tape says this, he doesn't look speed deficient, right? As far as being able to range off the hash, right at the deep middle of the field, he's a good tackler, he's position versatile, you can play him down in the box as a quasi-star, meaning a nickel defender matching up against tight ends, maybe bigger wide receivers. Look, you sit there and you go, well, how could he just continue to slide? I don't know what the reason would be, but I think he would present tremendous value down in here.
Baltimore had a lot of injuries in the secondary, a lot of cornerbacks hurt. A safety here would make sense. Those cornerbacks are going to come back. They gave up 31 TD passes last year. They need somebody back there roaming center field. They had a great one in Ed Reed. I don't know if Hamilton is Ed Reed, but he has those ball hawk type tendencies.
And it certainly also feels like they've been trying for years to find that number 1 receiver. They drafted Rashad Bateman a year ago, Hollywood Brown several years ago. Still have not really put that number 1 man out there for Lamar Jackson to try and target. So we'll see if that's the direction they go. There are several wide receivers we still expect to hear their names called in round 1. Let's find out. Here's Roger Goodell.
With the 14th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Kyle Hamilton, defensive back, Notre Dame.
Look, he can do it all. A freakish
Really can.
Intercepted 8 passes for the Irish. Will also get in the box and hit people. He's big. He's fast. He's long. He returned a pick for a touchdown at his first snap at Notre Dame Stadium as a freshman. The slow 40 time, Mel, seemed to change absolutely everything, but he was still number 4 on your big board.
Yeah, Kyle Hamilton, I never saw a lack of speed. So he said, well, when the deep routes, he saw a little bit. I didn't see that. I went back and looked. Never was there a concern about speed. So you forget about the 40, the 4.6. And you think about, can he maintain that weight at 220? If he is able to do that, he's going to be a phenomenal player in a league where you're throwing it all over the yard.
Did we just get Rick rolled?
Think about a guy with the range that he has, the unique and rare talent that he has. About 8 interceptions.
They're really playing. Wow, okay. Yeah, we really just got Rick rolled. That's crazy.
With the length he has and the ability to go from point A to point B in a blink. Only concern, as I said, will he get a little too big for the position? I don't think so. I think he'll maintain that weight at 215, 220. You mentioned the history that this team has at that spot. The fact of the matter is,
a lot of defensive picks in the first half of the first round. What do the Texans do?
Number 2 on the board when the season began. Number 4 on the board when the season ended up. He had that injury late October.
Everybody wants to come up to Yeet. Bro, this is crazy.
ready to go. Ran a little slower than expected.
Like, how many people are gonna come out to like yeet?
Time was never speed was never a concern book when you watch Kyle Hamilton throughout his career. That's why to me people made a big deal of. Maybe that's why he got pushed down. For me, I think it's an overreaction.
Yeah, man, I hear you. I think a lot of people think about Kyle Hamilton. They think about the play that he made against Florida State, where he came from the middle of the field all the way to the sideline. It was an amazing play, and multiple can see the same thing there. This is a player that's ultimately better.
Everybody wants to come out to eat. That's crazy.
Give the line of scrimmage where he can play. Kind of fits being a Baltimore Raven. They can have that aggressive type nature, a guy coming down, coming forward, and I think he fits what they want to do defensively.
Texans are getting who?
I don't want to say he's a jack of all trades, but he's just a movable chess piece, especially in the middle of the field. So think about it. He's really like a 4 or 5 position player. He can play free safety, strong safety. He can play the star or the money, meaning he can play the nickel slot or play against tight end as one of the real linebackers. He's got great box instinct. The comparable is really Isaiah Simmons. If you put him down in the box and sub, and then let him just drop out of there, read the quarterback's eyes, feel route development, he has a great feel for that. Isaiah Simmons has gotten better and better in Arizona at doing that exact kind of thing as you see here on the tape. You put him here to spot versatility. He would be like a big star, meaning a first and second down nickel defender. He can match up against bigger wide receivers in the short game. Obviously, the quicker, faster wide receivers, he's going to have a little bit of a problem with. That's how the Rams use Jalen Ramsey, a big playmaker at the star position. He's closer to the action. He can make more plays in the underneath passing game, and you know he's a thumper against the run. That's why these kind of guys are really what you need in today's game because they can play so many different spots.
All right, we will see. The Ravens have been busy as you take a look there at Kyle Hamilton. They gave up a lot of passing yards last year. They had 4 400-yard passers in games against them. So clearly this was a position of need. Meanwhile, I will tell you in a moment, the Ravens have traded away Hollywood Brown. I don't have the details in its entirely yet, but we will have that in a moment for you here. Mort will get us the details, but now the commissioner is making his way back up. The Houston Texans, who earlier
Ravens did what?
Derek Stingley Jr. out of LSU with the 3rd pick in this draft. Now they have their opportunity here at 15 for their 2nd pick of this first round. And here's the commissioner.
With the 15th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select Kenyon Green.
No, the Ravens just straight.
Texas A&M.
The Ravens did what? The Ravens did what?
Out of Humboldt, Texas, in the Houston area. 2-time consensus All-American, can play a bunch of positions.
No, hold on.
His freshman year at right guard, moved to left guard as a sophomore, started at 4 different
The
positions
Texans
last year and was named his team's
got
offensive
Kenyon Green. Okay, cool. But the Ravens traded away Marquise Hollywood Brown. I ain't buying it. Hold on. Let me go to Twitter real quick. Ain't no way the Ravens ain't that stupid.
You're going to be in trouble if you have to do it outside. He showed he can play 4 different positions at a high level. He's nasty. He's physical. He gets after you. He's seasoned. He's tough. The quick, smaller ones he handles. To me, I think the big guys he can handle. He did a really good job. And again, you talk about 323 pounds with long arms, ran 5.12. This is a kid that's a seasoned veteran with that type of versatility. Zion Johnson, Boston College, and Kenyon Green were kind of vying for the top spot at that guard spot. And both these kids have played tackle. Green played a little better than Zion did. Zion can also play center. So those are 2 guys, interior linemen. Kenyon Green and Zion Johnson.
Whoa. The Ravens traded Hollywood Brown and I believe probably their 2nd or 3rd round pick to the Cardinals for the 23rd pick.
At 16, Washington is on the clock, and we'll see what this direction they choose to go next. It's the draft on ESPN.
But they have no.
Life is better when it's shared. You two make a real good pair. Little ones keep.
Lamar gotta be rolling right now, bro.
Man, ain't retirement fun. Wait.
No way.
In the world did they change?
Nah, they really. The Ravens really traded Hollywood Brown
Care and protection. That's
for the 23rd pick. That's all you got? Nah, you're kidding. Who in they right?
Your Way meal is here to make your choice easy and so tasty. Go straight to the Double Whopper Junior with piping hot small fries, 4-piece crispy nuggets, and a refreshing small drink. Can you believe you get all this for only $5? The $5 Your Way meal, only at Burger King.
The mountains or the seashore?
No, because it's
Back
like,
to the city or far from it? The experiences we never forget come from
how
the
you get?
choices we make.
Because okay,
The
it's two
Wagoneer.
things. They got no wide receiver now.
Wagoneer.
Like you can't trust any of the wide receivers on that squad.
The choice is yours.
But
Get 0.9% financing for 60 months on the all-new Wagoneer Series.
the
2
Cardinals got fleeced.
free. Scan to schedule a test
I'm not gonna lie to you, the
drive.
Cardinals got fleeced.
Are you haunted by your cable service?
Have you noticed strange, frightening fees on your monthly bill?
Do you experience feelings of dread when you pass by your cable box?
If the answer is yes,
Who are you gonna call?
DirecTV Stream. Now get $30 off over 3 months.
4 times. 4 times.
It was 3.
Wait!
Bro,
Okay, vamos.
Get any size soft drink for just $1 at McDonald's.
I know my Old Spice long-lasting scents anywhere. That's me, Mr. Cole. Oh. Let's talk about a raise.
that's crazy.
My mom was a college athlete, and it always.
That's really crazy.
My sister and I noticed her having a tougher time getting around. We knew something wasn't right. My grandmother died from muscular dystrophy. So when my mother was diagnosed, she knew it would be the battle of her life. Now I'm using every muscle in my body to make sure she doesn't fight it alone. This is my cause and my pledge to you, Mom.
Back in Las Vegas, where our aerial coverage is provided by Goodyear. From their first step on the field to their first step on this stage, these players have drive. Goodyear, more driven. Once again, very quickly, Hollywood Brown has been traded to Arizona, where he will reteam with his college teammate, Kyler Murray, the quarterback. We will get your details on that trade coming up shortly. Perhaps the Cardinals were looking to get a receiver in this draft, couldn't get the one they wanted, and so they make the aggressive move there. That's something of a surprise.
Whoa!
Would be trying to bring in a
Whoa! Hold on. Nah. Yo, what? Boy, no way. Boy, no way. Boy, no way. Listen, I just got word. Okay, hear me out on this. I just got word. The Titans are sending top wide receiver A.J. Brown to the Philadelphia Eagles. Stop the cap. A.J. Brown to the Eagles.
With the 16th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Jahan Dotson, wide receiver, Penn State.
And all the wide receivers are coming off the board. Bro, what's going on right now? This is sick.
Last year finished second in Penn State history in catches and touchdowns behind only Bobby Engram. Lewis also
Dog.
punts for the Nittany Lions. Not lightning, he's lightning fast and he has great hands.
Yeah, look, not from PA, right up the highway from me, from where I grew up with Jahan Dotson. You're right, Terry McLaurin needed a running mate. Now he's got one. Jahan is an inside-outside guy. He can go in the slot and let T-Mac go ahead and work the outside because they didn't get any production of Washington out of the slot. And Dotson can do that. I can tell you this, look, of 91 receptions, 137 targets, this young man had
Wow.
two.
No, because
And when he gets it in his hand,
what?
he's going to go now.
You're telling me The Titans really just sent A.J. Brown to the Eagles.
If you put him back there to return punts, you see the highlights right now. He will take it the distance. This was a need pick for them.
And we still can't end up getting Debo? Bro, this is crazy.
Green and yellow, good for Washington.
And they're going to give Carson Wentz every opportunity to turn back the hands of time to prove what he was in 2017. Now he has two legitimate receivers out there in Dotson and Terry McLaurin. Hey, Carson Wentz, you talk about guys, people on the clock. Carson Wentz, this may be your last opportunity to be a starter. Right? You're on the clock. You have two bona fide weapons.
So we are halfway through this first round.
Bro, what else?
The picks have come quite quickly. The teams are not taking anywhere near their full allotment of time to make them. That's been one of the themes of the night. Trades has been another. We knew it would be an unpredictable night. It certainly has been that. Wide receivers.
Lamar Jackson just retweeted. I could you not. This is crazy.
With the 17th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select Zion Johnson, guard, Boston College.
That's great.
Here comes that word versatility again. He played both guard and tackle at BC. Didn't give up a single pressure last year, much less a sack. And then he took snaps at center at the Senior Bowl. So he brings Booger a lot of options to the table as he heads to LA.
No doubt, Green. He's built the way you want an offensive lineman to be built. His lower half can be dominant. He can be strong from the lower half. Position flexibility.
Damn, bro.
One of the smartest guys you've ever seen. You need to put him at center line in Los Angeles. Now you put him right there next to Rashawn Slater. Now you have the buildings of an offensive line with Lindsley, Johnson, and Slater. He is a very, very good guard, a guard that can move people. Now you see what the Chargers are doing. They can move people off the line of scrimmage. A smart player, very, very good pick.
Yeah, really, the right side of this offensive line is really where the work was needed. But yeah, you're right. Look, now you are starting to go ahead and take an offensive line where before Brandon Staley got there was one of the worst in the NFL. They improved it incrementally.
This is crazy.
They need to take another step. They need a right guard and a right tackle. Jordan was not the answer for them last year. And if you can do solidify everything in front of Justin Herbert with the weapons they got on the perimeter and the improvements they made in free agency on defense, but the AFC West, the AFC overall, the NFL overall, the Chargers are as strong as they have ever been 1 through 53. And that is a scary proposition considering what they have at quarterback.
Jeez, man.
I have a stunning announcement to make here. I know maybe a lot of you watching are not on Twitter tonight because you don't want the pick spoiled for you, and thus you may not be aware until I tell you right now that the Philadelphia Eagles and Tennessee Titans have made a trade. A.J. Brown has been traded from Tennessee to Philadelphia.
They don't know that. These Jets don't know that.
A.J. Brown from Tennessee.
Bro, they don't know that.
Titans are on the clock. We're back with more in a moment.
They don't know what they traded. They don't know what they... Bro, this is the most funniest stuff ever, bro. They don't know what they traded, but they're just happy that they moved up.
Are we going to have coverage on this trip?
Bro. What? Dog. They don't know what they traded. You know how funny that is? Like, cameraman in your face and everything. And he tells you, yo, listen, you guys just traded up for like the 18th pick. Just go ahead and smile for the camera. And these guys are smiling. But the cameraman can't tell him why. And the minute Goodell steps on that floor, when he tells him that the pick is in and that music sounds, and he says, the Titans have traded up for the 18th pick and have sent A.J. Brown to the Philadelphia Eagles. What are they going to... Bro, I want to see that reaction. Because that's... Nah, that is too funny. Whoa. Like, what? Nah. Dog. That's crazy. Wow. Who would have thought?
Hit a bump and only soar higher. Rise to the challenge with the Honda Pilot, CRV, and
Man.
Passport Trail Sports.
Question for you, Snoop D-O-double-G.
The NFL has drastically changed in less than 24 minutes.
Great, I love that. Just block
Wow.
the calendar.
You hold that real quick.
best plans or no plans.
You know what, Snoop D-O-double-G? I think you might be right.
I know I am, Andy. And you can just call me Snoop.
You got it, Snoop. D-O-double-G.
Get up, get moving, and gradually
Man.
reducing is the easiest way. Just step into the shower with Control GX, the first and
It's
only
crazy to think
shampoo
about right
that
now.
blends away a little gray with every wash for a subtle, natural look.
How does that even
Control
end up
GX
happening?
from Just for Men.
Like, bro.
So the Pizza Hut $10 tastemaker has any 3 toppings you want?
It's the best delivery deal around. Can't put a price on that.
Actually, you can. It's only $10.
Actually, it's only $10. The large 3-topping $10 tastemaker. You know, Pizza Hut. It's you.
How did we get here? To this place. This moment.
I'm talking to someone from another planet.
So am I. My mission is your mission.
It's the reason you were sent to find me. You have a
Bro.
chance to change the future.
Like, bro.
Folded
this much.
Vegas, and if you were just joining us, Adam Schefter reporting just moments ago, the Eagles and Titans have worked out a blockbuster trade. Tennessee is on the clock right now with the 18th overall pick, and you see they get a 3rd rounder as well. And A.J. Brown goes the other way. He has 24 career touchdowns. The Titans were 11-2 when he played last year and 1-3 without him. So, Nell, what direction do we think Tennessee goes now?
The guy said it, wide receiver. They did 5 wide receivers taken. The Caesars had the over-under 5.5 on wide receivers. We had 2 of the 7 that could have gone the first. Christian Watson, North Dakota State. Traylon Burks, Arkansas. Burks is 6'2", 225. He's similar to A.J. Brown, not as good as A.J. Brown, in my opinion, coming out. But they had 2 receivers left after all these receivers. They went on that run. We didn't get up super early, but we got that run. 5's on, 2 still to come. Traylon Burks, Sky Moore, Western pitching I really like. Alec Pierce, Cincinnati's a heck of a football player. I know Lewis is really high on Alec Pierce, but I think it gets down to either Christian Watson, North Dakota State, because it was late, or size.
Who the Titans getting, bro? Because ain't nothing gonna save you from this, bro. Nothing can save them from this. Like, they really just messed up, like, big time.
Yeah, look, I mean, they need more playmakers. They got Robert Woods now on the roster. Look, John Robinson, the GM, said he didn't foresee A.J. Brown leaving there, but I think, look, GMs are seeing a CJ, or actually you're seeing it get split right down the middle. Some GMs say, look, I'll pay for the veteran. Yes. Some GMs are saying, look, you get tremendous value at wide receiver recently coming out of the draft. Obviously, John Robinson feels as though I can get a player that's comparable to A.J. Brown. We'll see, won't we?
Look, playing almost the entire season without Derrick Henry, that team still was the number 1 seed in the AFC. You figure they're not that far away. They've traded away A.J. Brown. Who do they go after now? Here's the commissioner.
The Philadelphia Eagles have traded the 18th pick to the Tennessee Titans. With the 18th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Traylon Burks, wide receiver, Arkansas.
There it is. Big, physical, 11 touchdowns last year, over 1,100 yards receiving, has huge hands, size quadruple X, which Nike doesn't even make, so he had to have his gloves made special for a receiver. That has to be good news. They traded away A.J. Brown. Does this pick make sense?
Yeah, Green, it makes a lot of sense. Basically, what you got is a younger version of A.J. Brown, maybe even a little bigger. Greeny, I compared it to him because this is a guy you're not going to just put outside and say, run me a 9 route, run me a corner route.
Ain't much for me to say about this one.
Greeny, I want the ball in his hands because once he gets the ball, then the second phase of his ability comes in because you have to tackle him.
Ain't much for me to say. Like,
It's jet sweeps, whatever it is. This young man is a player.
wow.
What did Debo Samuel do last year? He was the ultimate playmaker in the National Football League. Get the ball in his hands and make everyone else tackle him. Arkansas used him to perfection in that offense last year. It was a run-based offense. They wanted their playmakers to have the ball. To me, if you're Tennessee, you got a young.
I don't know what much to say, man. Like,
Mel, we've made history. This is the first time that 6 wide receivers have have gone in the top 20 in the common draft. And perhaps when you consider how much money is being spent these days on veteran wide receivers, this is a trend we should expect to continue, Mel, as we go forward in these drafts.
No question about it. I think in this year we still have some really good ones available. I just mentioned Christian Watson, North Dakota State, Sky Moore, Western Michigan, and Alex Pierce, Cincinnati,
Whoa.
Georgia, and a host of others. And I think when you look at what we've seen right now, because of the receivers going, okay, and the linemen going in the trenches, that's where teams are going for some of these guys. Kyle Hamilton sliding down further than expected with Baltimore Bradley. What's happened now? The Pittsburgh Steelers are sitting right there at 20. New England sat there at 15 and got Mac Jones. You think about the Steelers.
AJ Brown is signing a 4-year, $100 million extension with the Philadelphia Eagles, as reported by Ian Rappaport. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been on this stream for 3 hours, and I think I've witnessed it all. Now, if I go ahead and I hear about Debo later tonight, cool. Maybe tomorrow, cool. But the fact of the matter is that the Jets did good, and the NFL is completely shaken up. Ladies and gentlemen, I am officially ending the stream. To every single person that came in, thank you for going ahead and coming in and watching the draft party, seeing a lot of good picks up until 19th itself. And, you know, I can't go ahead and say for anything else, but thank you, thank you, thank you. Peace out from the dawn, ladies and gentlemen. We out.